Was pretty good.
Live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Consumers Energy, Senior Vice President Brian Rich, with from TAC Manufacturing, Scott Sturgis. President Emeritus from Henry Ford Allegiance Health and community activist Georgia Fotasik. For the Juvenile Diabetes Jackson One Walk, McKenna LaHillier and April Gaspar. For the American Cancer Society Bark for Life event, Sue Stevens. And from the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Executive Director Steve Tucker. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much, David Rice, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Nice to have you with us today on what looks to be a pretty nice day, but it's colder than it looks. Sunshine and 51 degrees. Our low last night, 26. And it's likely we'll have another cold night. A frost advisory is in effect as the temperature is predicted to be right around 32. And with clear skies, it could get even colder. But things will be improving quickly after tonight. Tomorrow, we have a very slight chance of showers in the afternoon and a high of 65. On Friday night, showers will move in and they will be overnight and into early Saturday. Saturday's high, 76. It looks like Saturday will be an off and on kind of rainy day. Saturday night, showers wrapping up. Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 78. And on Monday, we'll be in the upper 70s again. In fact, next week, it looks like we'll be in the 70s as we end April and, hard to believe, begin May. Yes, next week. And that's the weather presented by Kelly Express. Thanks, Kelly Express. Kelly Express has great savings on your favorite drinks and snacks. They've got the awesome coffee. They have, in some locations, pizza and the pizza special. This month, a large one-item pizza and an order of breadsticks for just $17.99. That's at South Street, Jefferson Road, Napoleon, Grass Lake, and County Farm Road. Thank you, Kelly Express. Let's look outside and see how beautiful today is. A lot of green. Things are looking pretty good, looking nice. And low 50s, not bad. I mean, it's close to where we should be the third week of April, almost the end of the month. The Hayes building. Is there some sort of a piece of construction equipment in front of it? No. But maybe later this year we'll see that construction. Today is the 25th of April, and it is National Hairstylist Day. So we salute our hairstylists. Brandon, do you want to give a shout out to your hairstylist?
I would. It would be myself.
Yourself, you do your own hair.
I do my own hair, yes.
You
Yeah.
do your own hair.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I don't have my own show. You talking about I think you meant like styling it or cutting it.
Cutting it.
Isn't that different? Like
No,
style,
hairstylist, hair. What do you call it?
like the Wildwood Barber.
The Wildwood
shop.
Barber?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they do a great job over
They
there.
do, very
Yeah.
nice. Mhm.
I thought style and cutting were different.
No, same thing.
How about you?
Peter.
Peter?
Peter.
Okay.
Mhm.
Peter, shout out.
Yeah, Peter.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is National Crayola Day, National Mani Pedi Day. Who does your mani pedis?
That's a secret.
It's National Plumbers Day, National Steak Day, National Telephone Day, and take our daughters and sons to work day today. Nobody did that today.
No.
I can't bend my finger. I cut my finger trying to open a container of granola. Most of my injuries do happen opening
That
things.
requires a Band-Aid? Was it really?
It was a deep
really?
cut, a lot of
Okay.
blood,
All right.
and it reminded me last week trying to open a package, a thing of Imodium.
Mm.
It's like they don't want you to get it out of the package. It is World Penguin Day, and on this day in 1953, the double helix structure of DNA was described for the first time. Francis Crick and James Watson published their groundbreaking findings about the genetic information in our bodies. They published it in Nature magazine. Construction of the Suez Canal began in 1859, and it took a long time. It was on this day, 2014. Today is the 10-year anniversary of the Flint water crisis, and it's still a crisis for many. The problem began, it was actually on this day that they decided, the Flint people said, you know, our city is struggling financially, let's save some money and not get our water from Detroit anymore, and we'll use another source. And then, as we all know, the rest is history. What else happened? Oh, 1950, Chuck Cooper became the first African American to be drafted into the NBA, and he played for, Brandon?
Chuck Cooper?
Chuck Cooper.
Never heard of Chuck Cooper.
Chuck Cooper, the Celtics.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in
Wasn't very
1950. 1950.
Yeah.
The Celtics were really good.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
Red Auerbach.
And today the NFL draft begins in Detroit, and this morning Governor Richard Whitmer declared today Honolulu Blue Day in the state of Michigan, honoring one of the team colors of the Detroit Lions. The Lions will have the 29th pick in the draft, and it's estimated the draft begins at 8 o'clock on ESPN and ABC, and it's estimated that the Detroit pick will occur sometime around 11:30 tonight. Who do you think Detroit will take, Brandon?
Either a Kool-Aid or a Chop.
All right, let's see. We'll find out.
Chop or Kool-Aid?
Sometime a lot. People have said, "Oh, gee, maybe we should drive over and."
No, don't do it.
No, don't. Unless you've made plans, and those plans began months ago, I would not recommend it. The city is expecting an influx of 300,000 visitors for the draft.
Now, where is the draft in Detroit?
It's going to be, they built this giant stage at Campus Martius,
Okay.
right there in front of one of the Dan Gilbert buildings where the Quicken Loan headquarters is. It's a big open area, and it should be cool. Neat backdrop, beautiful skyscrapers, including the new Hudson's Detroit building. So, yeah, it's likely Detroit and Michigan we're going to look good on TV tonight. Let's see, today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson, we have a few things going on, and there's a work of student art by, let's see, it looks like Jocelyn Wiley from
Western High School.
Western High School. And I believe her dad is Travis Wiley from Homesteady.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No Travis.
and her brother got his hair cut from Peter yesterday on the day before National Hairstylist Day. How about that?
How about that?
Small town.
Yep.
We have tonight at Veritas Galatia Wine Dinner, a 5-course dinner curated and prepared by Chef Emmanuel Santin with carefully paired wines from Spain. Spanish dinner, Spanish wines tonight at Veritas. It starts at 6 o'clock. You can still get reservations and get in on this spectacular evening. Click on the link on Today in the J on our homepage, or visit Veritas on their Facebook page. The Rummage and Book Sale going on today at First United Methodist Church, downtown Jackson, church right across from the Carnegie Library. And they are running this until 4 o'clock, and then it is done. This is the final day. The proceeds support local and international missions through the United Women in Faith. That is part of Jackson First United Methodist Church's women's ministry. And starting right now and until 3 o'clock, there's a deal, $2 bag sale. So they give you a bag, you load it with as much as you can, and it's just $2, no matter what. We have Jackson County Art Show continuing as Miss Wiley's work of art was displayed and continues to be up at Jackson Crossing Mall through this weekend. Jackson Public Schools Kindergarten Roundup tonight is at JPS Montessori School on Bennett Street. It starts at 5:30, and I think this is the last one, is it?
I believe so.
Yeah, so they've done them at every single school. Today is the last one. And the Heart of the Lakes Church Rummage Sale begins today and runs through Saturday. Hours today are 9 till 7 p.m., 9 till 5 on Friday, and 9 till noon on Sunday. Heart of the Lakes Church is right there on Jefferson and Clark Lake. And that's it. Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. We have some guests here today. I believe part of Junior Achievement. Did we confirm that, Brandon? From Columbia Central High School, we've got students Aiden Adams, Nathan Harris back with us. He's been part of our team in the past, and Brody Hall, all juniors at Columbia Central, learning about video production, filmmaking, graphics, television, animation. Yeah, so it's great having Aiden, Nathan, and Brody here at JTV from Columbia Central. Well, it's busy spring sports season, and JTV Sports covers high school sports like no one else. This week, JTV Sports photographers were everywhere, including at Vandercook Lake, as Hanover Horton and Vandy competed in track. We're covering all of Jackson County. Wish we could cover more. You know, we do get a question, someone from Tecumseh or Manchester or Addison or Sand Creek, they'll say, why can't we? We
Just don't have enough
it's
people.
just not enough.
Can't do everybody.
We're proud of being hyper-local, bringing the community interesting information to the people of this community, including coverage of high school sports. Thanks to Shelley Singleton, Sarah Scaife, Carson DeRocher, and the man, Jeff Steers, heading up our sports team here at JTV. So let's see, the 4 or 5 track meets on one night, and these track meets last 3 hours. It's a lot of sports. On Monday, Jeff said there are 40. This was just Monday. There are 40 high school sporting events today. Plus, we're also happy to cover Jackson College and Spring Arbor University, our 2 colleges here in Jackson. So make sure you check out jtv.tv for the orthopedic rehab specialist photo galleries and all the coverage that we have of all of this greater Jackson community at jtv.tv, Jackson County's #1 most visited website. Thank you very much for that. Tonight, the middle school at Parkside presents their annual concert, Pop Goes the Eagle, and that's at 7 p.m. in the Parkside Auditorium. JTV will be covering that, and you can be there in the audience in person. How much does it cost? Is it free?
I believe it's free.
It should be.
I don't know for sure,
It should
but
be
I
free.
think it's free.
I think it's free. Yeah, it should be free. Well, it's tonight. and we'll have that for you coming up in the near future here on JTV. Tomorrow is the final day for the Grand River Farmers Market indoor market at Found Church. After tomorrow, they move to outside in the Grand River in front of Grand River Brewery. So tomorrow, the last chance between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to see all the various vendors and farmers located at Found Church, 141 East Michigan Avenue in downtown Jackson. Our sponsor of the day today is Kibbe Cobb Deli and the Kibbe Cobb Market. And Shorty at the Kibbe Cobb Deli has an incredible bagel that no one else can duplicate. It is the best bagel in Michigan.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
It really is.
They make it there.
Yeah, they make them there every morning. They get up early, and they have an incredible process. It's a very involved. If you've ever made bagels, have you ever made bagels? No, you've never, because it's so labor intensive and time consuming. But luckily, Shorty at Kibbe Cobb makes them, and they're awesome. And I recommend the sesame bagel. That's my favorite. What's your favorite?
I like just plain with cream cheese.
Plain? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got about a dozen flavors.
Asiago is really good too. Asiago bagel.
Good point. Everything bagel if you can't decide.
Yep.
Or nothing bagel if you're like Brandon.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're there all the time. And so much more at Kibbe Cobb Deli. Thanks so much for sponsoring JTV all these years. We're very grateful and appreciative. We have a brand new Jackson show that premieres later today on JTV. This is an episode that has highlights from the Talking About My Generation concert. We'll have the whole concert for you this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. But on the Jackson show that premieres today, a few highlights, and here's a preview. Great music program at Jackson College featured on The Jackson Show today at 3, 7, and 10 on JTV. Great water in the County National Bank Green Room from Tri-County Water. They've been servicing our community since 1966. Great water, excuse me, great water, great service. Give them a call at 517-888-7125. You know, when I cut myself opening the granola package, I got some granola dust.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe plastic in my throat.
You need some Tri-County water.
Tri-County Water, our Jackson Coffee Company. Today on JTV, are you cold, Noah?
Nope. One of the job shatters come back.
Oh, okay. Looked like Noah's walking through with a plaid blanket from Woolrich. Today on JTV we have something to celebrate, a pretty impressive solar array that was introduced by TAC Manufacturing. So from TAC we have Scott Sturgis, and from Consumers Energy, Brian Rich. They were part of the ceremony and ribbon cutting. There's nothing like it in Jackson County. It's the most solar panels. I think it's number 5 in the state. It's so huge. We have Georgia Fatasic, President Emeritus at Henry Ford Jackson, and a recipient of the Key to the City. We'll hear about all that she's been up to since retiring at the hospital. We'll preview the JDRF Jackson One Walk with McKenna Lahilier and April Gaspari. The American Cancer Society hosting the Bark for Life fundraiser. Sue Stevens is working on that. And Steve Tucker from the Michigan Theater has an update on the project. All this and more here today on JTV. Thanks for tuning in to us today. And we get started with Brian and Scott right after this.